All right, we're back in Sean Stanley Sports Talk. It is Sean Stanley here. We're talking a little Dolphins, and now we're going to swing over and talk a little Chicago Bears. The Bears. I'm bringing
Yep.
my nephew, the man, the myth, the legend, Brandon Cohen. Brandon, how you doing, sir?
Good, you?
Doing good, my
Good.
man. Doing my good. All right, so first preseason game. Of course, it's preseason. We know not to think too much about it and everything else. We all know that.
Yep.
But what were your takeaways from what you saw in out of the Bears?
Um, First off, that I know it's obviously preseason, so there's like really not anybody, but I really think that you know, there was like a lot of like plays and like I feel like I don't know, I feel like the players around kind of have to get used to Justin Fields because like yeah, he put up stats, but like when the other QB came in, he they kind of better with them. I know he's like a veteran, but like I feel like they gotta like get more kind of comfortable with Justin Fields more. And I feel like if they wanna like in the season, if they wanna win, I feel like they gotta like kinda do a little bit more.
All right, more offensively, you mean? As far as now,
Yeah.
the one thing with Justin Fields too is again this whole offense. It was interesting because I did watch some of the game on the NFL Network, and they have the local broadcasters calling the plays, and I found it interesting where they said when Eberflus got there, because again, Eberflus, new coach for you guys there
Yeah.
in Chicago, and he said that he felt that they weren't using Justin Fields to his full ability. And
Yes.
I found it odd because now you're not only changing a whole offense, but now you're figuring out what to do and how to work Justin Fields into that offense. And the one thing about the Bears is they usually always have at least a mean offensive line and trying to do that run game. They're very much trying to get the run game. Justin Fields looks to be a very athletic quarterback. Which way,
Mhm.
if you were the coach, if you were the offensive coordinator, how would you look at trying to, I guess, make this work offensively with Justin Fields? With what you saw, again, very little you saw yesterday with the first team. I think they did what, 2 drives maybe?
Yeah, 2
Yeah,
yeah,
it
it was
was
like
like 2 drives. They drove down the field, didn't get any points out of them, but they did move the ball, which is good. But from what you saw, if you were sitting there as the offensive coordinator, what changes don't have to be crazy changes, but would you make changes? What do you think?
I think that first, and this is like the weak part. I know they're trying to build, but I think it's really the offensive line because Justin Fields, like, he doesn't have a lot of time, and, like, on the what was it, the first drive, he was already, like, out of the pocket in a matter of, like, a second, and I feel like that the coaches should be like, "Listen, like, yes, you're really athletic, but, like, you need time because if you keep moving around in the pocket, that you're gonna get sacked most of the times." And I know, like, they're building offensive line and everything, but I feel like that they need to kinda build a little bit more, trying to get, like, I don't know, not experienced players, but, like, try to get some, like, people that can, like, protect them.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying there, but also I think what might have happened is last year with 'cause you guys got Trevor Simeon as your backup, which is pretty good backup. I mean, with
Yeah.
what's going on in the NFL these days, Trevor Simeon's a pretty damn good backup.
Yeah.
Um, but I wonder if Fields doesn't trust his offensive line right now. So he's already thinking, I've got to scramble. Because usually what happens with young
Yeah.
quarterbacks is if they automatically don't trust their line, their method is roll away. So I'm further for the defensive line to have to chase me.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch. I tuned in a little late, so I really didn't see a lot of Justin Fields offensively. So I guess I'll ask you, and then of course, I've got the NFL Network, so I'll go back and try to watch that game as well. Do you think it's more him not trusting the offensive line, or is it more the the scheme of what the Bears is running?
I think he really does not trust the offensive line.
Okay.
I, because I mean, last year, I mean, he almost got sacked probably the most in the NFL, I think. I think he did. So, like, and listen, yes, they got big bodies, but again, Justin Fields doesn't want what happened last time. Last time, when he got sacked, a lot of times, like against the Raiders game, for example, he got hurt. He threw up a lot. That's happening to him a lot of games. So I really don't think he trusts them that much. So I feel like that's kind of a bad thing for the Bears because if you want a good quarterback, you gotta have the quarterback to trust your offensive line.
Yeah. And then, all right. So now, who do you guys got next week? Actually, sorry. Oh, you guys got Washington. You got. Oh no, I'm sorry. You guys go to Seattle. The Chiefs have got Washington. So you got Seattle, which, man, I don't know that their defense is as what it usually is. I mean, you got the Legion of Boom there. Used to. I don't know that you're going to see a lot of. Again, it might be good for Justin Fields to get there, maybe get some confidence in the offensive line. Because look, I'll go back and just talk about what we're doing here, what's happening here in Miami. When you look at it, you can tell, look, they didn't go out and they got Teron Armstead, which is a big upgrade.
Yes.
And they brought in Connor Williams, which better than what they have there. But also, they're using the same offensive guys that we had last year. But what they did was they put in a new scheme. It's kind of using them better, and it's making them look better, if it makes sense. I mean, you'll see it, again, not perfect. There were some sacks. There were some blown schemes last night. Not perfect, but it's better than anything. We had Skylar Thompson in there, and he got sacked twice. One was his fault. He held the ball a little too long. But other than that, I mean, yeah, there were some shaky plays. But when you watch the line as a whole, last year, I mean, it was a cluster bleep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was, say, Hike and Tua was getting tackled on handoffs. It was crazy. So maybe it's more, again, the Bears kind of maybe getting more confidence. And again, and it goes with Justin Fields as well, getting the confidence in the offensive lineman, because the offensive linemen see you grabbing the ball and running as fast as you can away from them. That doesn't build a lot of confidence for the team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. Again, Eberflus, it's a whole new system. Eberflus is a defensive guy, right? Wasn't he a defensive guy?
Defense. Yeah, they put him on offense.
Yeah, but I mean, so we'll have to see how that offense kind of starts gelling together, because, again, you got a young quarterback. I think Justin Fields is a good quarterback. I'm not going to sit there and say that he's going to be a franchise-changing quarterback yet. I think he has the ability to.
Yeah.
But you also have to find that offense that works with him, because I think in a way he's starting to remind me a little bit of Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
I can see Jackson that. runs, but he doesn't pass that well. And then, I know Big O on our show here always says that, because he's not that good of a passer, it works in the regular season. So you have a strong regular season. And then when you get in the playoffs and the defensive go and say, okay,
everyone catches on to you.
Yep, exactly. And I think that's where they need to get Justin Fields comfortable to kind of expanding his game. And we'll have to see if it does. I mean, again, there's a lot going on in Chicago, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not going to be a great season. I don't think it's going to be a great season for the Bears, but I think it's going to be a good season. I think you're see, as long as you see growth from Justin Fields in the offense, I think as long as you can see that growth, it's going to be rough, man. It's tough. I mean, it's one of those things where what's your expectations for? Let me ask you that right now. What are your expectations for the Bears in a 17-game season? What are you thinking record-wise? And I don't know if you've even looked at the record. I have not. I'm not going to lie to you. I have not looked at what the Bears got. So their record, I mean, it might be
the record last year.
No, I'm looking at the regular. So the regular season, they opened with the Bears, Packers, Texans, Giants, their first 4 games. What do you see their record there?
Okay, so the first game was the Packers, right?
No, 49ers.
Okay, 49ers were at home, right? I think, right?
Yeah, you're at home that game. Then you travel to Packers at home against the Texans and travel to the Giants.
Okay, so I think this could be kind of biased, but I feel like what happened the last game against the 49ers last year, I'm going to say we're going to win this game. We're going to lose to the Packers. Then we're going to lose. Then we're going to win the Texans, right?
Yeah, you got Texans and then Giants.
I think we're going to win against the Texans and then win against the Giants.
So you got them off to a 3-1 start.
Yes.
Okay, let's look at the next 4 games. Vikings, in Minnesota, at home against the Commanders, in New England against the Patriots, in Dallas against the Cowboys.
All right. So, man.
Hold on, I'm looking down because I'm writing down your scores so far. So you got
Okay.
3-1 in the first 4. All right.
All right, we're gonna lose to the Vikings,
Okay.
and then wait, who's the other? I can't forget. Oh no,
Commanders, the former Redskins. Yep.
yeah, we're gonna win against the Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna lose to
Then you go to New England to take on the Patriots.
Oh yeah, Patriots are gonna lose, and then we're gonna lose to Dallas.
Okay, so you're 1-3 in that record. So now you've got them at 4-4 for through 8 games. You're sitting at 500. Okay.
Okay.
So then you've got the Dolphins in Chicago, the Lions in Chicago. Then you travel to Atlanta, and then you travel to take on the Jets. That's your next 4 games after that.
I feel this is gonna be a big week. Big like couple 4 games for them. So I'm gonna say we're gonna lose to the Dolphins. I really hate to say it, but we're
I know it hurts you.
It hurts, but we're gonna lose. And then what do you say? The Jets, right?
No. So you got Dolphins at home, Lions at home.
Okay, we're gonna win against the Lions.
Okay.
We're gonna win against.
You go to Atlanta.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna win against Atlanta.
And then you've got the Jets. You're in New York against the Jets.
We're gonna win against the Jets.
All right, so now you're 3-1 again in that one.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but yeah, we're gonna lose to Miami for sure.
Now you've got the Packers at home, the Eagles at home, the Bills at home, and then you travel to Detroit. So nice 3-game. You're at home. Actually, you're at home almost the whole month of December. You're at home.
Okay.
The whole month of December, you're at home. The 4th, then there's a bye week.
Yep.
Then the 18th and the 24th, Christmas Eve, you guys play the Bills. But those 3 games are at home, and then you got the Lions in Detroit. That's your next 4 games.
All right, we're gonna lose against Green Bay. We're gonna lose against the Bills.
We got the Eagles next.
Oh no, we're gonna win against the Eagles.
Okay.
Lose against the Bills.
All right.
Wins against Detroit.
All right, so you're 2-2 in that. And then your last game of the season is at home against the Vikings.
I feel like if you know what, I'm gonna give us the win. I think we're gonna like catch on. I think we're gonna win that game.
All right. So you want to know what you got your team going right now?
What?
You have them finishing 10-7.
Okay. Yeah.
And if they finish 10-7, they could be in a possible wild card situation.
See, but this really honest, like the defense. I mean, I know everyone from the from their years, the Bears' defense. They're not offense of team. I think what's really going to come down to it, I think it's going to come down to the defense. I feel like the offense is not going to be that good, but it's going to come down to the defense.
You think that defense can hold up in 17 games?
Maybe.
Because you're banking a lot on them, man. I mean, especially.
I know.
I mean, the worst part about it is, I mean, let me see here. Let me go back here. I mean, you got the 49ers, Packers the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
You know, the 49ers, I get it that you guys might be able to beat them, but they're gonna stress that defense out.
Yeah,
you may be able, with just the way they play. It's fast, it's up tempo.
Yeah.
And then Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, you just never know what the heck you're gonna get.
I feel like though. I feel like Green Bay's not gonna be the same after Devontae Adams left. I don't know. I feel like
it just, to me, it seems like he just finds another receiver to replace.
That's true, yeah.
And he makes that guy Devontae Adams, or go down the list. There's always that guy. Because the funny thing about it, and it's been made a joke of in Green Bay, they have never selected a receiver in the first round.
Yeah.
They selected him in the second round, but they've never taken. Actually, I want to go back and say they've never taken an offensive player. It's always been a defensive player in the first round.
I think that's us.
They've never gotten anybody to help Aaron Rodgers. And it's going to be interesting because, like you said, I mean, if they don't find that person, but I have all the trust that Aaron Rodgers is going to find somebody that's in Walmart
Yeah.
and bring him out and make him look good. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, what, 2-time MVP? Something like that?
Yeah, yeah, and I
I
think
mean, yeah, he's going to find
you know,
somebody.
and he wants to win. I think he still wants to prove that he can win, and hopefully they get him some places, some people around him to make him, be able to win. But yeah, we'll have to see, man. But you know what though, that your record is I mean, looking at your schedule, 10-7 is as long as everybody stays healthy,
Yes.
the offense clicks a little bit to help that defense out. I mean, because you didn't go crazy and be like, oh, we're beating the Bills, oh, we're beating this team, oh, we're beating that team.
Yeah.
49ers, maybe more of a toss-up, but other than that,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah, because
but
I was
even
going
with
back
that,
to
even if you put that as a loss, that's only 9-8. I mean, that's
yeah.
I think if Bears finish 9-8, a lot of fans will be happy in Eberflus's first year. Now, you keep going 9-8 and you don't improve.
Yeah.
But I mean, because if they go 9-8, that means the offense has done something. And of course, your defense is already, where it is now, and it doesn't take any steps back. And if you get that record, more than likely everybody stayed healthy too, which is a very good thing.
But I did kind of forgot about this though. About the Roquan Smith.
Yeah.
That one, if somehow they do find a deal, like you remember what happened to Debo, like that, like they went through that phase where it was like like mad and then like happy ending. I hope that happens because Roquan as a linebacker almost for the NFL would have almost had the most tackles, I think.
Yeah. And they won't pay him that way though.
Yeah, they won't pay him. Yeah, I don't know why.
They won't pay him. I mean, it's one of those things where, and you know what's funny is, in a way, I mean, I get it. Roquan Smith is a big, part for that defense, but can you pay that much money for a linebacker? You know what I'm saying? In that position, it's not a position where, I mean, I think if you have that guy there, that guy in the middle that you don't have to worry about, it makes it a lot easier, and you build the defense around them. But I look back, I mean, even in here in Miami, I mean, hell, we got Jerome Baker. I mean, there's no big name guy there. I'm hoping we trade Preston Williams and Jerome Baker to the Bears and get Roquan Smith.
I'm gonna be honest. See, here's the thing. I feel like what we need
Mike
now
in there too if you'll take him.
Wait, who?
I'll go Gesicki and Jerome Baker for Roquan Smith.
That's why, because honestly, if the Bears and
trade, we'll stick on it right now. We'll send the paperwork to the NFL. You're gonna send me Roquan Smith. I'll send you Jerome Baker and Mike Gesicki right now.
Honestly, I might take the.
Yeah. All right. No, go ahead. Finish your thought, man. Finish your thought. I'm sorry.
But I feel like Roquan. I don't know. I feel like they should really not. Okay, I'm not saying go out your bank and pay him like 100 mil or like 50 mil. But I feel like that he's a key to the defense. He's the main key. So yes, Robert Quinn, 18 sacks. Yes, but here's the thing: he's getting really old, and Khalil Mack, we traded him, and I was really disappointed with that because I know he got injured. I know he's getting older, but when he was healthy, he helped us so much.
Mm-hmm.
And even Allen Robinson, I know he didn't get a lot of touches. He didn't get a lot of touchdowns, not even a lot of yards. But look for what happened last year with Mitch Trubisky. He had I think 1,000 yards or something, something like that.
Well, now here's my question to you, and you just said something that was very interesting. You said Robert Quinn's getting older, right?
No, Robert, yeah.
Yeah, Robert Quinn, right? Did I say the wrong thing? I'm sorry. Well,
yeah.
Quinn's getting older, right? Boom. Khalil Mack, they got rid of. Do they see the defense the same way you see the defense? It almost to me feels like you're not going to pay Roquan Smith because you know you're going to rebuild this defense. You know everybody's getting old.
Yeah.
So why pay the money? But to me, it would make more sense to pay the money to keep that guy there, the captain of the defense, which I agree. And again, I don't know that he's asking for. Let me see if I can find.
I don't think he's asking a lot. I think he's just
He's not
asking what he
asking
wants.
for a lot. I think he's asking just around what the middle linebacker range was. And they were like, they wanted to lowball him, which would change the whole landscape of the middle linebacker class as far as what the Roquan Smith, here he is. All right. Trying to find the article I saw the other day where.
Yeah. But I just think that I feel like what I've been hearing from Ryan Poles, Matt Eberflus, and all of them, I feel like they just don't want to pay him. I
Yeah,
don't know.
oh, and you know what? Another thing is he's never played in the down position, which is where he would have to play in Matt Eberflus's defense.
Oh,
so it's another thing to where does he fit?
But again,
and I'm going off this article here. I'm just reading real quick. I'm just trying to find out because he wanted top linebacker money, but that's not linebackers don't get paid that much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So got to see what but go ahead and finish your thought. I'm sorry, Brandon, I cut you off.
No, it's fine. But you have to look at it too. Yes, Eberflus may have a different playbook, defense, like a different playbook than Matt Nagy and all them had. But here's the thing. Roquan Smith, ever since he asked for that, he has never practiced with the teams and not even touched the field with the team. He didn't even touch the field by himself. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Like, if he actually practiced, maybe they'll be like, all right, listen, we might pay you. But no, he has not participated in anything, and he's not getting used to the defense.
Yeah. No, but it's one of those things, too, though. But if he does go out and practice and gets injured, then what?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Sure. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's one of those where I understand what, and reading that article right there when I was reading it was more like to me right now, the Bears are believing, at least, again, this article was written by a Bears columnist type, so they're more aimed for helping the Bears side of the story here too. But they made it seem like it is 100% more that Roquan Smith doesn't necessarily fit in. And even if he did fit, it's not a big loss to the defense that they're running. Yeah. So at that point, then you kind of go, okay, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to be one of those things. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting because, like I said, I mean, linebacker is one of those positions where I don't know how many teams, all teams are looking for great linebackers.
Yeah.
But the longer it goes, I almost feel like they need to do a deal pretty much because you got all these guys surprising people right now in the preseason games because guys are getting to play that normally wouldn't. Last night, Skylar Thompson, our third string quarterback, probably won his way into a 53-man roster just because if we put him on the practice squad, another team's probably going to be like, let's grab him. See you later.
So
it's one of those things to where some of these guys, they talk about they're just playing to make a roster, any team's roster, because look, they might not fit into the Dolphins or the Bears, management or whatever they're trying to do for their roster, but they might end up fitting into another team's roster. And that's what they're trying to do. Make a roster and get paid, man.
Yeah.
All right, my man. You got anything else before we get out of here?
No, not really.
All right. I know it's getting dinner time, huh? What are you guys having over there? What you having over there?
Wings.
Wings? Man, why wasn't I invited? Man. Your mom didn't even answer my call when I called her, by the way, either.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Oh, boy. All right. All right. Well, we'll do this again next week, all right? We went 25 minutes today, man. Okay. 25 minutes. Great stuff. Great insight. I appreciate you, Brandon.
Thank you.
All right, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Stay there.